This guy right here is the laptop I've relied on for years. It's a beast, powerful, noisy, and frustrating. But this sleek guy on the other end, well, is what I've been learning to trust for the past week. The M4 Pro MacBook Pro. I used to love this beast. My Alienware got me through intense photo and video editing, music production sessions, and even long days of creative work. But recently, it started to roar like a jet engine, feeling more like a battlefield than a workspace. I mean, the crashes mid-edits, and to make things worse, the battery life barely holds a full charge of 1 hour. So I made the switch. I went with the 14-inch MacBook Pro M4 Pro in space black. 24GB of RAM and 512GB of SSD. It wasn't the max, but it felt like a good middle ground for the kind of pro-level work that I do. And my budget as well was a factor, plus I already own an iPhone and the ecosystem made perfect sense. I've had my Alienware for about 4 years, and specs-wise it was still solid. Core i7, 11th gen, RTX 3060, 16GB of RAM, 512GB of SSD. But the issues started piling up. Loud fan noises, overheating, software crashes, that was a big deal. And the battery life, well, on a full charge will last about an hour. And the laptop itself was heavy. The charger brick could do bicep curls with you, and I'm not kidding. It just wasn't reliable anymore, and I needed something faster, quieter, and more portable. This is a sleeker beast. The first few days with this was smooth. Everything felt buttery. Photoshop, Lightroom, Evolto, Premiere Pro, and FL Studio all open at once, no issues. Export times were faster than the Alienware, and it just felt quieter, cleaner, and more efficient. But then came the hiccups. I had to first create Lightroom, Evolto, and Photoshop multiple times, and I even had reset the Mac twice in one day. That was disappointing, especially coming from a 24GB RAM machine. Now let's talk battery life. Compared to my Alienware's hour battery, the M4 Pro's 12-hour battery life feels like magic. I mean, Apple says 24 hours, but real world, no way. I took it to work, edited videos, browsed, streamed, and still had juice. That was impressive. Now let's talk hardware. The MacBook's design is obviously beautiful. It's sleek, minimalistic, feels premium, and doesn't scream gamer. But I'll be real, I miss my Alienware. The look of that glowing alien logo at the back, that was a big flex. It made me appear serious, like I knew what I was doing. It was really nice. Keyboard wise, I actually prefer the Alienware. And I'm not sure if it's because it's a 16-inch laptop compared to the 14-inch on the M4 Pro, but the keys feel more spacious. My hands feel a lot more comfortable typing, and the keys just feel more responsive, more tactile compared to the M4 Pro. I find myself hitting the keyboard hard a lot of times. I mean, the MacBook is not bad, it's okay, but I don't get that feeling that I get when typing on the Alienware when I do on the Mac. Plus with the Mac, sometimes I'm still fumbling the command option, function keys, and to top it all, there's no delete button. That doesn't make any sense. I feel like the delete button should come standard on every computer out there. Overall, Alienware still wins when it comes to the keyboard. And the screen, don't get me started. The MacBook Pro screen is super reflective, and fingerprints show up everywhere like it's a crime scene evidence. Makes absolutely no sense. And the fact that Apple charges extra for a nano reflective screen makes no sense still. Why can't that come standard on all your laptops? My Alienware screen, brighter, less glare, works well under the sunlight. And I feel like Apple should have quoted this, or at least not charged extra for nano texture. Because of Apple's ecosystem advantage, the MacBook obviously wins this round. Dropping a video to my iPhone is easy. I mean, I can copy on my iPhone, paste on Mac, that's seamless. But what really blew my mind is the iPhone mirroring functionality. I can literally drag and drop files between my MacBook and iPhone, all from the Mac screen. I can access and control my phone without picking it up, which is perfect for when I'm in focus mode and don't want any distractions. It feels like my iPhone is just another app running on the MacBook. Everything just talks to each other as it should. Honestly, I won't lie, macOS felt weird and foreign at first, but the gestures on the trackpad, the spotlight search, and built-in screen recording. I mean, my Alienware has a built-in screen recorder, but on the MacBook, it's just a game changer. And finally, sound systems. The sound systems on both these devices are night and day. Need I say more that the MacBook Pro is wow. The MacBook's audio is clean, crisp, and actually enjoyable. Watching videos or listening to music doesn't feel like a compromise. Everything works really good. It's super amazing. Let me be real, I almost returned this thing because I didn't expect to force quit or hard reset a brand new 24GB RAM machine. That was no fun at all. But hey, the battery life, the ecosystem, the design, the sound system on this thing, it's hard to walk away from. Well, I'm cautiously optimistic. I mean, the M4 Pro is not perfect, but for now, it's staying. So I hope this video helps you if you're ever thinking of switching from Windows to Mac. Feel free to drop your questions or experiences in the comments. And if you want to see how the MacBook handles a full day of editing or shooting behind the scenes, kindly subscribe for more content like this. I'm the Creative Femi, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.